Well, this is interesting. A very interesting one that I did not expect to be making today, but we are here, actually live, believe it or not. Subscribe and post notifications, ring the bell, make it go ding. As you guys know, we upload here. We love Brookhaven. We love Roblox. Anything going on in Roblox or Brookhaven, we're probably going to talk about at some point on this channel, just because we're very curious about anything new, any new features, or anything that may get added. So yeah, with that aside though, what we want to look at today is something that I found very interesting, okay? And that is the ability to be able to spawn multiple houses. Now guys, this is not something you really see around a lot, the ability to be able to load in multiple houses, but I did see my buddy Dorsef touch on this a little bit, and I was like, that sounds incredibly interesting, and I want to know more. I am curious to know more, because if there is an ability and feature to be able to spawn in multiple houses, then let me know about it. Or if it's something that's coming soon, then I also want to know that it's something that we can do in our personal lobbies. So private servers are something that you will see have additional features that normal servers don't have. Prime example, wait, before we dive into this too much, guys, hit the like button. The reason why I say this, guys, if you guys just, everybody out there viewing right now hits the like button, it's gonna help out tremendously on the video. So yeah, just hit the like button, scroll down, hit it, guys. Let's see how many we can get, and then we can see how many we got. But yeah, so diving back into the topic though, private servers have rare features that you cannot do in normal public servers. We have private features here, private server controls, which we can of course adjust the different times. We can change the speed, we can increase time, we can change the lighting, we can change the sky color, snow, anything we really want. We can even disable music, we can even ban any player in our server that's causing a ruckus. Pretty cool, right? And well, this continues to get expanded upon, and it goes beyond the private server controls on what you could do in your private server. Of course, we got free cam, which is a cool thing as well. This feature allows for making your role plays or your stories and just crafting around the story piece that you want perfectly. I absolutely adore the free cam, and ever since this feature has been added into Brookhaven, it's been one of my favorite features, and it was one that was highly requested by everybody in the community for the longest amount of time. And one good thing about Wolfpack is he always pulls through. Aiden and Wolfpack, they sit there, they listen to the community, they're very alert, and they're very active with the community in the game, and it is the most beautiful thing ever to get some amazing, heartfelt devs that actually care about their experience and are not just there to, try to take your Robux and everything like that. And guys, Brookhaven's always been there to be a wholehearted, community-based game full of anybody's imagination, and that's the cool thing about it. So yeah, we have that, the cam here, the free cam, which is one of my favorite features, of course, but obviously being able to load in multiple houses is something I've never actually tried, and I don't know if you can actually, because I've never tried it. So I thought we would try it once and then figure out if it even works. So we have this. I'm gonna spawn this house in. There's a basic first house there on lot 12. And then I want to come over here to another lot and see if I can claim this and also spawn in another house, because if I can, this is going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, dude. This is going to be really cool. So, all right, I can click it. You already own a house. Okay, so that was very anticlimactic. All right. So obviously it's saying that I cannot have multiple houses. It's saying I can only have this one house. Well, now with the estate game pass, with the apartments, let's try this again with those two. So I have a house, right? Maybe I can spawn an estate with a house to give me multiple houses. Let's try that as well. You already own a house. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. So I'm imagining for the apartments, it's going to be the exact same thing we're going to run into there, sadly. Let's go ahead and hit 45 speed on our little hoverboard. Guys, what's your favorite little, mobile vehicle like this? Is it the hoverboard? Is it the bikes? Is it the scooter? Let me know in the comment section below. I like the hoverboard a lot, but I'm usually the bike person. I like the bikes. I like the bikes a lot. I switch it up, though. I like switching it up. Who said I can't use a hoverboard? All right, you already own a house. Now, I think that is a little weird, because that's a house. This is an apartment. Why can't I own an apartment in a house? And the reason why I think this would be great is because what if for my role plays, I want to be able to add the bike shop. So I live at my house, right? But then I'm waking up one day and I'm like, oh, my bike, my tires need some air, or I need to replace a part on my bike. I want to go down to the bike shop. Well, I can't do that because I can only spawn in my house, which, a lot of the apartments are also RP sets, which can be utilized and used in a very beneficial way. So I also think with houses, it would really do us good if we could also spawn in the RP sets at least as a multiple house for our private servers only. Now, obviously in a public server, I don't think the ability to be able to spawn multiple houses sounds any bit reasonable at all, and the reason for that is it would just take up other lots that players could use, obviously. But in a private server, being able to spawn in multiple houses, especially as the admin of that server, I think it should be a feature that is just thrown in there easily for whatever reason, because I would definitely love to be able to live in my house and be like, okay, I got to go to work at SpaceX, or I want to go work on my submarine, you know, I have a job there, and then I want to leave my house and go work on my spaceship, you know. It would be cool to be able to spawn in these RP sets to combat it and collide, or like, you know, I'm a construction worker, right, and I'm building a house currently. It would be cool that I leave my current house to be able to go and construct other houses and play through that role play. And I think it would be really cool to just have that feature there, even though we may use it, we may not, but it would still be pretty cool to have, especially on private servers. So I'm definitely open for that, guys. It would be cool with the estates too, because guys, you got to also consider the estates have a prison. So if I can't spawn in a prison and have a house at the same time, it really limits me to what I can do as a solo player, and what I can bring to the table for role plays and everything additionally. So in my personal opinion, I think it would be cool to see multiple houses, but I don't really know how it would format and work properly. But I do know Wolfpack is consistently updating private servers and allowing stuff like this to be possible. So I definitely think, without a doubt, this is something that seems reasonable enough to add, and it seems like something the community has been talking about, especially since stars have kind of sparked it up in everybody. And I'm more than open to see how that would work and if it would be possible, because with all the RP sets we have, it is just fantastic. So yeah, there's that, dude. That's that. So basically though, let's actually see what Darza was saying. I have not seen Darza's video on this yet, so let's see what he's saying real quick.
For like 2 houses probably, or maybe on a VIP server you can load in 4, but we're gonna get further into why this may actually be coming to Brookhaven, but not anytime soon. Maybe.
Okay, so basically he just said that he put a cap on it. He put a limit on it. He was like, in a public server, if this was a feature, then you could add 2 houses maybe, and then on your private server, you could have 4 houses. Now, that's not bad as well, actually. I was kind of not thinking about having a limit on it, so that definitely makes a lot of sense too, actually, and I kind of can agree with that, because if you don't want it to get too out of hand, being able to spawn 4 houses on your private server would definitely be cool, and just as like a little limit, you know, you've already spawned your 4 houses, that's it. That way you don't fill up by every single lot. So having a limit on it does kind of make sense, and I kind of understand what he's saying there. So definitely that makes sense too. That makes sense, having a limit on it if that feature does get introduced. I still don't think, personally, just from my opinion, that having 2 on a normal server, I still think that's a bit much, depending. I mean, it could work, like if you want a house in maybe a motel room or something, but still, I think it's very important that each player in the lobby has a good selection and opportunity on what lot they want. And if people are spawning 2 houses in, it would kind of damage public servers, in my opinion, a little bit. So, but the limit on the private server, that sounds pretty good.
Is no bed. Yeah. There is no shower. You can go, hopefully this place is unlocked up here so I can just go and walk in, but we're not gonna know until, no, it's locked. Well, we could sneak in, but right back there, that's just a toilet. That's nothing else just than a toilet, but yeah, but basically.
Wow, really good point, and kind of getting back to what I was saying a little bit earlier about the bike shops, okay? That is actually a really good point, guys. Now, so he's talking about the new Brookhaven Records apartment that just got introduced and added. Now, that only has it's a record place. It's a place where you go record records. Of course, there's a bathroom there, I would hope, right? But on top of that, there's no shower, there's no place to sleep, there's no bed. So it is kind of weird that you would want your only house and place you could spawn in to be an establishment of sort, kind of like a Brookhaven Records or a bike shop. Now, the bike shop does have a bed and everything, but it's an RP set. The Brookhaven Records is an RP set, right? Which is a prime example of what I'm saying. Maybe with the 2, maybe if we retract back to the 2 limit in a public server, it makes sense if it's this. You know, you can spawn in 1 normal house and 1 RP set. That way you can spawn in Brookhaven Records, and then you could turn around and spawn in your normal house. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. That is kind of a little bit defeating to know, like, okay, I got a bike shop, but I want to go home. You know, I want to go get my bike fixed, or I want to go record my music, but I want to go sleep in a nice comfy bed, but I can't do that because then it depletes you from being able to select your house. This is quite the problem that we have on our hands with this, but I don't think it's as big of a deal maybe as it seems, but still, it is something that is questionable and definitely something to talk about and discuss.
Right here is show. Wait, does that also count these in? Because I think they count as normal numbers. I'm not sure, but yeah, they do count. Okay, sweet. So it does count in every single house slot. That is okay. That is kind of crazy to think about. We have that many. So the possibility of loading in 2 houses per person is a very viable thing. especially if a house expansion happens like right over there or something.
Perfect. I agree 100%. Being able to load in your business, your RP set, and then being able to actually load in your house. And I thought that was really interesting. If we call, did you guys catch what he said there? An expansion of map. Now, wait just a second. Is Darzif implying here that the map is actually going to get expanded? This is huge, guys. And if so, I mean, he said he was kind of hinting towards over here or something. I don't know. I mean, if the map is going to get expanded, that's definitely insane, you know. And however it gets expanded, whatever gets added to it. I mean, we've been talking about map expansions and the ability of things getting added to the outer parts of Brookhaven for quite some time now, be it if it's more houses or other things of sort, right? We do know Halloween is creeping in. The month of October is, it's here, actually. So, it's here, actually. So, that being the case, October is going to be full of a lot of interesting things, and of course, this Friday, we have a potential update as well. So, who knows, guys? Who knows what's coming for Halloween this year? I hope it's a little bit different than last year, and it gives us something to get excited for and look forward to in its own unique way. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit as well, and react to that. So if you guys, let me know what you guys think about the ability to be able to spawn in multiple houses. I think it's definitely a very, very possible thing that's going to get implemented, or at least get added to private servers to some extent. Like I said, it just makes a lot of darn sense. So yeah, with that aside though, guys, love you guys so much, and I want to see you all on the next one, okay? You're an absolute amazing human being. Don't let nobody tell you you're not, okay? I mean, come on, dude. Who's to tell you you're not? Seriously. Other than yourself, and you don't need to tell yourself that. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.